Hey guys, it's Backyard Dynamics back again. To the left of me, I got Robbie C, your host, and our special guest, Ray. Welcome to the show, Ray.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, well, it's just down to two of us. One called in sick, and one was no show.
We're firing both of them. Two-man show now.
They're gonna have to. Hey, what do they call that when you give an employee some sort of write up?
Oh, you gotta put them on notice, or
I don't know. It's that term that they use in offices,
a write-up,
a plan or something. I don't know.
Oh, like a wellness, or not a wellness plan. It's like an action plan or something.
Yeah,
like that.
to make them a better employee.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that.
Yeah,
for you guys.
I'm gonna have to look into that. If you know what the name is, comment down below.
Yeah.
So as you know, we have a YouTube, and subscribe and like and make any comments, and welcome aboard, Ray.
Oh, thank you, guys.
Cool. So I've known Ray for a while. He's my cousin's roommate's cousin.
Oh, cool.
cousin. So we went shooting before, and I didn't know he was in the cars until I started seeing him post up his old FJ60 Land Cruiser, and then he has a project, a Cressida.
Yep. One project. Try not to take on too many more, but it's kind of an addiction. So,
Well, tell us about it.
so the Cressida was an '83 Cressida I got about a year and a half ago. A lot of cars I've been finding lately have been through this auction down in Otay. They kind of just herald themselves as being like one of the auctions in San Diego that you don't need a dealer license to participate in, even though there's other ones.
Cool.
But this one, the auction house has been pretty. They've got a bunch of good cars that show up every now and then. The Cressida, I bet on it first for $3,000. I guess whoever actually did win at that time didn't pay up, so they put it back up in auction again. So I got it for $1,200.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
well, that's even better.
So you made up.
And it was running too. The only thing it needed was just to have the timing adjusted. But I mean, it was a one owner car. Like it's kind of like it's a really pretty rough diving in the rough. But,
Yeah.
I mean, mechanically sound. Like you're not gonna like really be able to find like any like old shit box that you can like beat up and drift around for $1,300.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many miles did it have on it?
That one had 192 when I picked it up.
Okay.
So still kind of young, but definitely you can tell the age just with like all the rubber being worn out.
Yeah.
Especially like, taking apart the interior. Like if you like it, appreciate it, because after you pop off that cover, it's a 50-50 chance you're gonna just have to kiss it goodbye.
Yeah. So it wasn't a garage car.
Not so much. I think just with a rust, like the guy, the previous owner, I learned a surprising amount of information just from the auction paperwork. I guess he was a lawyer in Culver City, and he took delivery of it December of '80 or January of '83. So
Really?
So
A lawyer in '83 bought it brand new.
bought it brand new.
Man, can you imagine that? '83, you're buying cars brand new. You're like, this is top of the line.
And what tripped me out
You
is
probably love that car.
and I guess what tripped me out is like he also had the title in there for it was a title of registration from when he first like paid the car off completely free and clear. Like the registration at that time for the year was like $17.
Wow.
Those were the days.
Oh, man. So were you purposely looking for Cressida?
At that point, I was just looking for really just mainly like any rear wheel drive, like hopefully Toyota I could get. I know like I've seen like Corollas pop up every now and then, like the A86s.
Oh, yeah.
The A70s.
Little platinum cars now.
Yeah. So I think I did see like the last time somebody beat me out for a 85 Corolla GTS running, and it was a coupe.
Oh.
But original GTS, I think it went for like $9,000 before I had to bow out.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Wow.
But it was running?
It was running, and then like low key, like that place like does have gems. Like I think a few months before that, they sold an '84.
What was this place called?
Express Auto Auction.
Express Auto Auction. Down in Otay?
Down
Don't
in
give
Otay,
out
yep.
secrets.
Burning up the spot.
Yeah.
I know. Everyone's going to come down and start getting it.
Yeah.
But, what was crazy is I had a 86 coupe, and it was a GTS, so, 4AG. It had AC, power steering, and it was actually really clean. And when I went to sell it, because it was not a hatchback, nobody wanted to buy it. Nobody. This was
Back then.
this was 2004.
Okay.
Yeah, nobody wanted to buy it. I had for like $5,000.
Damn.
I ended up trading it for a '88 Celica All-Track.
Oh, nice. I'd say that's a
Another jam.
Yeah, so I don't know. I will say that red coupe was super clean, dude.
It was nice.
It was really clean.
Yeah.
So I do. I wish I kept that one. That was one
Is
of the
that
few
the one
cars I
that
wish
went
I
up
kept.
to Oregon or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some dude. Last time I saw it, he still had it in Oregon, and he was drifting it.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
At least on the road. That's appreciated. I know.
Those things are gold now.
Yeah, I've had a few like Corollas like in my lifetime, and like I had an '85 salvage saddle coupe in high school. Like that thing was $500. You can't even you can barely get a shell for that price anymore.
Yeah.
So I had that. Had another white S05 coupe that was a shell, but I got rid of that. When I lived in Virginia, I was stationed there with the Navy for about 4 years, and there actually ended up buying a Miata for like $4,000, an A Miata.
Bro, how'd you fit in a Miata?
Dude, surprisingly, even my LPO, he was like 6'8", and he still fit in there too. So,
Really?
yeah.
With his head over the windshield?
Head over the windshield, just got to make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I fit in it. It just my head was just barely like.
But you know what?
above the
Most
windshield.
people kind of like top out on that car.
Yeah.
Every time I see someone driving it, they're like right there.
Yeah. Well, my Z, when I take the T-tops, it looks like my head sticks out. But with the T-tops on, it actually, because it has a curve, my head doesn't hit. So maybe that's the same with the Miata hard top or the convertible. Maybe it might just like have that right curvature so people's heads.
So it fits right.
Yeah.
Might be. I don't know if I could try to like run autocross with a helmet in there.
Oh yeah. No, the helmet adds like 3 inches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I did have an A Miata, but ended up trading that straight up for a 20 valve Corolla hatch,
Really?
which
Nice.
which ended up getting stolen while I was on deployment. But
Is that the what year Corolla?
it was 85, so it was Zinky.
Oh, so they did 20 valve swap on it?
Yeah, the dude just did straight up Miata, my Miata for his hatch, and that was a good deal. Wow, so couldn't pass it up. Yeah, good luck with finding a $4,000 20 valve hatch.
Yeah.
Nowadays.
No.
So, man, so you found the Cressida. Like, was it online? Were you able to see online, or you just went down there and just found it?
So they post them up online. Like they'll post up the inventory when it comes in, and like they'll have like a couple pictures or even just like have a posting saying like what it is, and then as they go through the process, I guess for preparing it, they'll put up more pictures. If they get it running, they'll have video of the engine running.
Yeah.
And even like the day before auction, you can go down there and inspect. Like they can't, you're not allowed to bring like a scanner tool or anything like that. But you can bring like a battery jumper, or at least see if things run.
Yeah.
So they don't have a battery jumper there you can borrow or anything like that.
They do to get the cars moving, but if you want to like inspect, then they kind of just have you leave you to fend for yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which is all right.
Well, that's cool. So you got your little, did you get the Land Cruiser before or after that?
Land Cruiser, I got that before. I actually found it on I Hate Mud, and it was actually ended up going to. It was an original California car, but I ended up going to Oregon. What was it, Klamath Falls?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I ended up flying up there with my brother to go check out the car. Liked it, made a good deal, so we bought it, and then the next morning just drove back to San Diego with going through the mountains with blown suspensions. Pretty fun.
Hey, that's where your FJ80 came from.
I think that's where they're from. Everybody that's gotten one goes up there to get them.
Yeah. So that's cool. What year is that?
That one's in the 85.
In the 85.
Nice.
Cool. And anything done with that one?
No, it's been on stands for a while, so I got to finish up the knuckle arm job on the front.
Oh.
And then, just steering knuckle job on the front, and then after that, it'll just get it back and registered.
Yeah.
But no major plans for it aside from just getting up and running, and just probably just little maintenance stuff here and there.
Yeah.
And is it on stock suspension or is it
The suspension I'd redone recently with just oil man emu, shocks and springs all around, and then bushings.
runs good, smooth with that?
Runs good, smooth, as smooth as it can for a 40-year-old car.
Yeah.
You gonna start taking it off road on some trails?
Definitely. Last place I took it to was Joshua Tree.
Oh yeah.
And it didn't. I'm still new to it, so I didn't go too crazy. But it was fun just to be able to go off road a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think there's really anything crazy over there.
No.
How did it do? Pretty good?
They're pretty good. Like it was me and then my brother when he had his GX 470.
Okay.
And so nothing too crazy. No crawling. No extreme angles. Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just cruising around.
Gross. Yeah, testing it out.
Land cruising.
Land cruising. Land crushing.
Land crushing. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Man, it's cool. So you got your off road, you got your car, you got and then you mentioned what car did you mention? A Buick?
Buick Roadmaster. So this was an idea that my brother gave me because he follows the auctions too. Like
Yeah.
that's where he got. He actually got an FJ60 from there too, and it had the Toyota supercharger kit on it.
Really?
Ooh,
Did he
nice.
still have it, or he flipped it?
He still has it, so he got rid of his 470 and got that instead.
Which motor does that come with? One FE?
No, what depends. It's a 2UZ.
No, it's a
The
3.
470?
For
No.
the
The
FJ80.
SDJ80. It's not the one I have.
I don't think it's
Oh no, it's the newer one.
It's the newer. It's a 93 and up, right?
93 and up. So I'm pretty sure it had a V6. I'm just not sure which one they came.
It's
No,
it's a straight six, but I think
six.
it's the. I have the 3FE. That one comes with the. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what the newer one is, but it's a straight 6.
Yeah.
And it's a.
And it came with a supercharger in it.
Yeah, I don't know if it came with a factory, but it was installed already. So it might have been.
Nice.
It might have been a 3F. I'm not sure.
Oh, nice. That's cool. So he
But,
came up.
Yeah.
Did he buy it at the auction?
That one he did buy at the auction,
Nice.
and then he kind of but he did show me like a '96 Buick Roadmaster that was on auction as well, and the description was pretty good. Like it had decent miles. The interior was pretty rough, but mechanically it looked fine. So
Wait, what year?
that was a '96.
96.
So I think that was the last year they made them as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm getting them for that, and then
And that's the wagon, right?
yeah, the white wagon, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
pretty much just like a
Like a Caprice, but longer, right?
yeah, basically it's a
wagon.
B body. It's basically just a long 4-door Corvette
Yeah. It comes with the
with a LT1.
LT1. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I think the only major difference is I think the heads are different. I want to say that the Corvette one is aluminum, and these are iron. I don't know if they're iron or not, but I just know that that's one of the major differences.
There's like a big crowd out there for those, right? Collectors. I've seen like car clubs with those. And they're all hooked up.
Buicks.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Like they modify the motors.
Yeah.
Because
But
it's
do
an
they-
LT1.
Drift it.
Drifted.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So I saw on your Facebook, you literally went out there and you drifted the car. and
Yeah.
drove back.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. So the funny thing was, so back in December there was a drift event at Apple Valley Speedway.
Okay.
And I registered for months in advance, like just thinking, okay, finally get to take the Cressida out. Like I'll get all this stuff done, get the rear differential rebuilt, which that was having issues right before I put it down last year.
Wait. Was it Cressida? What did you say? Was it a station wagon or a sedan?
Like
No.
so the Cressida is a
Confusing
sedan.
them.
No. I'm asking
Oh.
if there was a sedan or the wagon that he got for the Cressida.
Oh.
Oh, that's a sedan.
A sedan. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but like just a bunch of different problems, like getting the differential rebuilt, and also just nobody's. It's one of those cars that like if you love them, but they're not really widely supported. So it's kind of tested me as far as like getting creative and like having to do my own fab work or just little stuff. Like you can't find like the differential mounting bushing anymore for whatever reason. And then you just look online, like you see like find forum posts saying, "Oh, use this," or
Yeah.
well, find a post from like 15 years ago with somebody with the same problem, but they're nowhere to be around.
Yeah.
But
You
anyways,
have to kind of make your own.
yeah. So I tried to like pour in my own bushings, for instance, and that's been a lot of trial and error. Still trying to get that down, but it's good for like at least like just kind of introducing the problems. Like again, you can't just go out to the store and buy this, so
Yeah.
you got to get creative a little bit.
Yeah.
But anyways, I was other stuff going on, like gonna get the bushing done in time. Didn't get my LSD rebuilt in time, so I was thinking, okay, I'm already registered. Might as well just take the Buick Roadmaster Wagon and go ahead and just drift that around, or try to, anyways.
And did you have to register the car, or did you have to? You can whatever you bring.
So for that instance, like it just registered yourself as a driver, and then if you did say if I did tow the Cressida, if I tagged both cars, I could have probably taken the Buick and the Cressida out on the.
Oh, okay.
But since no Cressida, I just decided to tech the Buick and it passed
That's
tech.
cool.
Yep.
Nice.
What do you have to do for it to pass tech?
For past tech, for Apple Valley Speedway, basically just little stuff, just kind of just make sure there's no leaks, make sure your battery's tied down. They also had a requirement that they kind of like let me, like, they kind of let it slide for me a little bit, no pun intended. But you basically have to have a fire extinguisher mounted.
Oh, I get it.
Within-
Let it
within
slide. Let it slide.
A little slow here.
I'm caught up. Go ahead.
No worries. yeah. The tech was a lot faster than say like doing like an SCCA event.
Okay. So they're not as stringent.
not as stringent. And then, I mean, I didn't see like anybody like just. I mean, there weren't any like bashed up cars at the beginning. Definitely some got bashed up like by the end of the event, but yeah, it seemed like for the most part, like nobody really had an issue with tech.
Cool.
How about you? Did you bash it up?
Bash it up? Surprisingly, no. I thought I did. Like that was yeah, especially going like on the track, and that kind of like is a good way to find out that you need to replace your ball joints in the front.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Shakedown run.
So, but I mean, they could slide out a little bit. It wasn't too stable, but it was able to swing it around a few corners, and it had the tow package, so the LSD on that locked up pretty nicely.
Oh,
It was kind of scary when it kicked in, but
So it was pretty easy to drift then?
oh hell no! It was like I honestly just with the way how much body roll it was getting, like
Yeah.
I thought like a few points the car was just gonna tilt over.
So, did you get it to slide out?
I got to slide a little bit, but just just the ball joints just making things unstable didn't quite help me out. But
Yeah.
I mean, I did a few laps on the track and then just had a few runs on the skid pad, just throwing it around in circles, and it was fun at least. Made something out of just because like for me personally, the Cressida like that was a lot of like stress in my life, and as far as like trying to get stuff like done and
in time.
yeah, not but so basically just was able to make something out of that situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
But,
Was that like the crowd pleaser? Was everybody cheering it on?
a few people, it definitely got a few looks because at that event, it's like mostly S chassis. You'll see
Yeah.
Zs and you'll see RX-7s, like, typical like Japanese drift cars. Then you see like this is a big freaking wagon that somebody's grandpa let them borrow just going down the track. And I did see another Crown Vic there too.
Were you doing it on stock tires or?
Yeah, stock tires and just pretty much just stock everything.
Okay, cool.
So, but
That's cool. Something different.
yeah. But no, the Buick Roadmaster is surprisingly, it's a fun car to drive around. And I did rallycross the other week with SCCA. They did a test run over in Ramona. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like just to see if like they see how people like the course and see if the community is cool with it. But somebody did bring out a Ford Crown Vic and also brought out a Buick Roadmaster doing rally.
Oh, cool.
Did you take out the Roadmaster for that too?
I wish I took my WRX.
Oh,
but,
okay.
But seeing the Buick Roadmaster, seeing the other guy his wagon getting it, like that was pretty damn inspiring.
I think it's pretty cool when you see things that are out of the norm. Like you said, like you look them up and what you see a lot of 240s, some Zs, especially like the newer Zs, the 350s and 370s.
Mm-hmm.
You see something different.
When you see something, especially American, and it's a wagon, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you got to just stiffen up that suspension and you slide right into it.
Stiffen the suspension.
Widen the tires or lower the tires and widen them, right?
Lower, wider, just get more grip. I mean, but it's not something that I'm expecting to like just take out every day. Plus, I need to like install all the stuff I bought from Advance when they were closing down. Like that, I just went nuts and like just got everything I could, like a $20 radiator, like a $40 transmission cooler, $10 brake calipers.
Nice.
So, what's your plan with the Roadmaster?
So, Roadmaster plan for that is basically just kind of basically replace everything that I got replacement parts for. So basically just redoing the whole cooling system, redoing the suspension all around just to stock. And I don't know, is honestly wouldn't be a bad support vehicle, but I just have I'm just running out of room, and it's like kind of like one of those niche vehicles. It's pretty cool, and it's useful, but I just don't see myself driving it too often except to like just take stuff to the track.
Can you use it as a
tow
vehicle?
Oh, definitely.
So
But they use those as tow pigs.
Yeah.
For like drag cars.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's what I was gonna say. If you
They're
could tow
strong.
out the Cressida, is that how you pronounce it? Cressida?
Cressida.
Cressida? I hear Cressida, Cressida. I don't know.
I just say Cressida, but tomato.
Yeah. Whatever you call it.
No, but like the Buick Roadmaster, it's got the LT1. It's rated for I think 5,000 pounds towing. It's got a long wheelbase too, so
Yeah,
It's good enough
dude,
for a
because
car.
you can set it up with a little bed overnight.
Yeah.
When you go to a track day.
And those things are big. Nice and comfy seats.
Yeah.
Like a couch.
Is that a gas guzzler?
gas guzzler. Not really. It's I want to say it's probably like maybe combined like 17 or 18.
Whoa,
Really? Not bad for a V8.
That's not bad.
It's actually really good for like an 80s V8.
Yeah, GM definitely tuned those down like just to be a little bit more economical than like say the ones that
So you gotta retune it,
retune it.
Up.
hit that 500 horsepower and torque.
Yeah.
That way you can drift with your trailer in the back.
Just swing the whole thing around. That'd be nuts.
So you're gonna just maybe end up selling it. Sounds like.
Probably, and like I mean, it's been fun. Like it's been fun, like figuring that out and like the little quirks. And
Yeah.
I don't know, it's kind of weird just seeing like okay, it's a little rough, but you learn to appreciate the little things that the car has. Like it's got a freaking V8.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
but yeah, just like just as far as like long term, it's not. It's something that's like I mean, it's cool. It's cool, but it's just not for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't blame you. But I'm really interested in that little SC400 you bought. Thing looks like a Batmobile.
Oh, this thing.
That thing is like outrageous.
Yeah, that thing's wild. So that's basically I bought it just for a donor vehicle to swap into the Cressida, and I was looking just at other things too. I was looking just either get a early pre OBD2 to either 2JZ or 1UZ, and basically this thing freaking come up and it looked just so horrendous. The backstory best I can get is, at least from what I got from the history, is like it got salvaged I think in 97, 98, and then somebody Escondido bought it and basically kept it. They did a bunch of
Body work,
body work.
body mods.
I mean,
That's an understatement.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to say like this car is pretty much like the epitome of awful taste but great execution. Like he did some pretty cool things. Like he's got like where the engine bay is. Like he converted everything over so that it's a clamshell opening instead of opening it like in the front like you.
Yeah. So he did it right. It's just bad taste.
He did it right. Just like it's just freaking awful.
Do you drive it around town?
I've only driven a couple of times, like just in meets, and that's just like it's
People
definitely
just stare at you.
people stare, like people don't know what to make of it. It definitely like gets attention.
What'd you do?
What is that? Mommy, my eyes hurt.
he's the one guy at the car meet that's just like, what?
You got to take it some car meets before you pull that motor.
Yeah, I know. I got to redo if just to make it like just stable on the road. I need to redo the ball joints and like at the point of like
That sounds like too much.
Yeah.
it sounds like too much. But for at least one day of like having fun and maybe I don't know.
Yeah. So the plan is that engine is going to go inside the Cressida.
Yep. So yeah, basically, like I said, I bought it for as a donor car. So it's been sitting at my house, but basically the plan is to pull that out. I already got most of the parts to do the swap. I got the bell housing and clutch and flywheel from Akina Motorsports out in Arizona. Mm-hmm. There's because I saw a few options like they do with excessive manufacturing. They do adapter plate to go. They do a bunch of them, but they do have one that goes from the UZ to the W58 series transmissions.
Are you going to try to make it smog exempt? I mean, smog legal?
That's actually the reason why I wanted to go 1UZ is just to be able to do that. I mean, just as easy as you can, just get it refereed. Otherwise, like if say if we had like the Leno's like law given effect, like I'd probably just 1JZ it and just call it a day. Just
Yeah.
a lot easier, simpler installation. With the 1UZ, you either have to convert from pitman steering to rack and pinion, or you got to modify the headers off the pass or driver's side to clear it. So
Okay.
they're not impossible swaps, but they do just take a little bit more work. But
Yeah.
but basically my goal is just kind of just get like good like NA power and just be able to just have something that I can be able to drive around like town. Like if I want to take a quick 5-minute trip to the grocery store, do that, or if I want to go like take it to Apple Valley or just another drift event, do that.
What made you do a 1UZ instead of an LS swap? Because obviously we all know the LS swap is like it's so easy to swap in. There's kits for it. You can just buy a harness kit. The 1UZ is not as easy.
Not as easy, but it's also I'm a little bit of a purist.
Toyota guy.
Like that's kind of like why I feel like a little bit weird about like the new like the GR86 and the new Supra stuff like that. Like,
with the BMW.
Great Toyota engineering, but the heart is just not Toyota.
Yeah.
So, but I just wanted to keep Toyota. Like, I mean,
but Toyota's been known for, using other people's engines or parts. I mean, they used Yamaha for a while.
Yamaha, that's probably like one of the best like partnerships I think.
Yeah,
Toyota.
Yeah. But now it's like, it's BMW, so a lot of people don't like it.
That 1UZ is supposed to be a 1,000,000-mile motor. It's supposed to be really good.
Yeah.
Very reliable.
Yeah.
And I've seen some builds on them, and they sound really nice.
Yeah, there's I've seen them in a A86. I've seen them in a Celica. I've seen them in everything.
Yeah.
It's their first. Was it the T100 or the
T100
Tundra?
had the 5EZ, the same engine I have. On the
Okay, so then it's the first gen Tundra, right?
That has a
V8,
1UZ,
has
yeah.
a 1UZ.
I think the Tundras had the 2UZ.
Or was
Yeah,
it 2UZ?
you're right. 2UZ.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I remember like the 1UZ and 3UZs, those are Toyotas. Those are for their passenger cars, and 2UZ, that's like that's their truck motor meant to handle more torque.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 1UZ and 3UZ are aluminum block, and then 2UZ is iron.
Oh. So is the 2UZ stronger?
2UZ, I don't know about stronger because I think that's also the 4.7, right?
Yeah, it's a 4.7.
4.7, but I know that just meant to handle more aluminum torque.
And that's you bring that up. It is actually a thing where people talk about an LS. Well, I'll get a cast iron block with aluminum heads because it'll be stronger
Best of both worlds.
than an
Lighter,
aluminum
yeah.
block with aluminum head. But then you have Corvettes that have aluminum blocks, aluminum heads,
Yeah.
pushing 1,000 horsepower and torque and being reliable. So it's just one of those things where
Yeah.
people just fight over, like, no, cast iron, no aluminum. You know what aluminum does is it does shave off a lot of weight off the engine.
Yeah.
So that's like one of the biggest things, especially for someone racing it.
So it all depends on your tuning
And money.
and application and money.
And money.
Money.
And that was
Yeah.
that actually was another big consideration I had for the swap too, because right now it's got the 5MGE. So the Cressida is the 83, and that's the first year that they kind of just molded or kind of meshed more of the super parts in there. So that's the first year it got the dual over cam 5MGE. They also had the independent rear suspension from the Supra thrown in there. But yeah, the 5MGE I have right now, I think it's about 600 pounds out of inline six, and then the
600 pounds.
600
Ouch.
pounds. So it's all cast iron.
Yeah.
And then the 1UZ is about 450 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Oh, 600 pounds. That's heavy.
that's heavy.
Does the 5M have a cast iron block too? Or is there aluminum head?
Cast iron block, and I'm pretty sure it's cast iron head too.
Cast iron head too? Oh, wow.
Yeah, that thing's a freaking heavy motor.
Yeah.
So you're going to be lighter when you're done with it.
Yeah, definitely lighter.
Yeah. So what about suspension? What are you doing for suspension on it?
Suspension, I'm halfway through it. I got the rear end mostly done, so I'm running Swift springs in the rear. I kind of got to play with those a little bit as far as spring rate and ride height goes. But
Yeah.
I'm running TRD short strokes all around. I've got a T3 coilover kit for the front that I'm just I need to get some more parts a little bit machined down just to kind of make things fit better. But that's going to be the next hit. So the plan is to get the suspension done, at least drive that around for a little bit, and then once it's ready to do all the other stuff, like basically just go over the interior, check the wiring, and do the engine swap. That's when, that'll probably be about a month or so. And I don't anticipate like that stuff taking too long. But as with most, I'm sure y'all know, like a half-hour job can turn to like a 2-day job pretty
Oh,
quickly.
yeah.
You're missing one bolt, it changes everything.
Yeah. So the Cressidas, they have they use AE86 suspension parts. Like I know a lot of Celicas will swap over to AE86.
Yes and no. Like for the most part, a lot of things do fit, like springs, and then the struts are the struts are essentially the same. There's some minor differences with just some angles, but for the most part, you can fit in a lot of A86 and a lot of the old 86 stuff will like just swap it around together. I know the one thing I found that didn't work that became obvious when I tried to use some A86 parts was like the rear spring perches are a little bit different.
Yeah.
So a little bit thinner on the Corolla, but besides that, like I think that's kind of like just the backup plan. It's just if you can't find any stuff for the Cressida or for anything for the Supra that'll fit, just use A86.
Hey, does he use a Supra rear end too?
Yep, Super rear end, so independent rear.
Yeah.
So I know the wagons, they kept the solid axle, I think into the 70 series as well, but it's 83 was the first year they went to independent rear suspension.
Nice.
And that's going to handle the V8 fine?
Yeah, I'll handle V8 fine. I got 225s on the rear, so that should give plenty of grip for putting the car down.
Well, what's the horsepower torque rating for the 1UZ?
For the 1UZ, I think it's around 250 for like the early non-VVTIs.
Yeah.
And probably I think it bumps up to maybe up to 20 for the VVTIs in later generations.
Uh-huh.
But I think this is a good base, especially just because the older non-VVTI 1GZs, they have like thicker connecting rods.
Yeah.
And they're definitely meant to handle more power. So that's even if you don't use the whole block, at least the internals are pretty valuable.
Dude, well, I'm excited for you, dude. That sounds like a really fun build. Just don't put the lacy stuff on the back seats and the
Little frillies.
Yeah, I see a lot of guys are doing that now, like on their VIP cars. And I look over and it looks like something their grandma
I used to think
knitted.
it was like a VIP thing, but then it's like kind of that era car stuff to do on Cressidas and all those wagons. They do that. It looks like a mantle or a tabletop.
Like
That's what it looks like tabletop.
Yeah.
It looks like their grandma like knitted
Grandma's,
it and
yeah.
threw it on there. What you should do is get the seats cut, reupholstered and make it look like that. But it's not it. It's just part of the reupholstery.
Just like grandma's couch up.
Or no, get them in that plastic.
Throw plastic
wrap,
over it, right? Like, hey,
sick,
don't take the plastic off, man. We're trying to keep the seats nice.
Yeah, because those had those nice fancy seats back then.
Yeah.
That was kind of like Toyota's luxury car, right?
Yeah, it was pretty much like their luxury car. It was basically their
Camry.
it was basically their Lexus before they had Lexus.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
So, what did Cressida turn into? Is it still around as under a different badge?
Not really. So the Cressida, like they just in Japan, they're sold as a Mark II, and like there's like other variations. Like there's a Chaser, which is like the more sports oriented model.
Yeah.
And then like they share a lot of like overlap with the Crown and other cars like that. But I think last we had the MX-83, which was like the last generation that sold here.
Okay, so it didn't turn into the GS. Was it 300 or something?
No. So no, they just stopped selling it here just because. I mean, it's fair point that there's no point in really having that while you still have
The
have
Camry
Lexus.
or
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you have Lexus.
And then Avalon took over as Toyota's like flagship luxury vehicle, like without being Lexus. But
Yeah.
Some of those cars are coming back though, like in Japan.
oh, definitely, like especially like JZX90s and like 100s. Like didn't see too many of them, but when I did see a couple when I was there a month ago, and like they were definitely to be appreciated. Yeah. I think I've actually seen more of those Chasers or Mark IIs in San Diego than I did when I was in Tokyo.
Really? Oh, you were out in Tokyo last month? Yeah.
Well, actually, that 2 months ago now at this point. But
did you go to was that when the auto salon?
No, it's actually for they had a Star Wars celebration out there.
Oh, really?
So that was the plan for that weekend, and then I didn't get a pass for Saturday, so that Saturday I actually ended up turning into my driving around looking for car parts stuff, like hitting up like Up Garage,
nice.
hitting up some spots here and there.
So was there a language barrier when you went inside?
A little bit.
Did you just have pictures? Me want
car.
Me give you cash. Maybe that sounds bad. I shouldn't do that on YouTube.
Yeah, probably.
Funny enough, like that's actually kind of what it ended up working out. I just like went on the website, like just found the parts I wanted and showed them. Used Google Translate to type out stuff, and it's kind of helped the process along. But yeah, that Google Translate definitely helped with the language barrier. But
so were you able to go get car parts? Did you get any?
Oh, I went a little bit nuts. So I was staying out in Chiba, and then most of the stuff was in Tokyo, but I know I went to Yokohama, or was it? No, Yokosuka.
Yeah.
It was about like a little bit over an hour and a half drive. And that was just to get like fender mirrors for the Cressida.
Sick.
Which
was that on Japanese Japan Offer Up?
That was on their Up Garage website. So
cool.
So basically it was just me hitting like Up Garage and then the 8-bit auto box.
What's Up Garage?
Up Garage is basically
you know what Up Garage is?
No. That's why I asked.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's for the viewers who don't know.
Oh,
obviously I know what it is.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Right.
But do you know?
Yeah.
So Up Garage is basically just a used car parts store. They sell new stuff too, but their big thing is basically just you take your stuff, whatever you don't need, like stock parts or even like upgraded stuff.
Oh.
Sell it, and then they give you money back, and other people come by around and buy stuff. So
you can sell your old stuff to them, and then they resell it.
Oh, it's like Up Dog.
You sure? What's up, dog?
I don't know. What's up, dog?
What's up, dog?
I can't believe you fell for that.
Oh, that was too easy. I knew it had a catch. I was like, oh shit.
Oh, dude, oh man, that threw me off on the podcast. Sorry, little win. Yeah. So you went out there for. I'm kind of interested in the Star Wars thing. Well, like, what was the whole Star Wars thing out there?
So that thing is like their official celebration that they do like every 2 years. So
every 2 years.
Every 2 years. So
was this March the 4th?
This was
On
actually
May the 4th?
They actually did.
Oh, look who finally decided to show up.
Oh man.
Look who showed up. And look who's here, Billy G. Thank you for joining us. You were almost fired, dude.
Was I?
No, you'll never be fired.
We fired 2 guys today.
One came crawling right back.
One got the point. The other one just stayed fired.
So, you remember Ray, right? Chris's cousin?
It's been a minute.
Yeah, man. What's going on, bro?
It's good to see
It's
you.
been a minute.
Yeah. So, he was just catching us up on, he has a 1983 Toyota Cressida.
Oh, nice, man.
SC400 that looks like the Batmobile. He's going to swap the 1UZ into his Cressida. And then he has a 85 Land Cruiser FJ60. Yeah. So and his Buick Roadmaster Roadmaster station wagon, which was 85 as well.
Oh, that was 96.
96. Okay. I remember you.
No worries.
Cool. So now you're all caught up, and we were talking about his trip to Japan. And yeah. And he was talking about Updog.
Up garage.
Up dog.
Oh, I was trying to bait him.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were
Oh,
supposed to say, what's up, dog? And I was going to be like, I don't know. What's up, dog? Anyways, that's where we're at. He said he was out there for Star Wars.
Yeah. So
Go.
yeah. So basically, Star Celebration is like I guess a biannual event. They every 2 years. I don't know where the last one was before Japan, but the next one's gonna be 2027 in Los Angeles.
Oh,
cool.
really?
But it's like an actual like Star Wars like George Lucas. I didn't see George Lucas there, but it's like actual like sanctioned event like Disney runs it and all that.
Really?
Oh, wow.
So it's like a big
deal.
You have to get tickets?
You have to get tickets. They surprisingly didn't sell out, I think. And I think they had like over 120,000 participants from like 19 countries. Seems like it's a low number, but I think I heard that figure thrown around.
Yeah.
But basically it was just a weekend just of like basically people nerding out, like vendors in the halls, and then debauchery.
Did you go dressed up?
My lifesaver.
No, surprisingly. And like a lot of people didn't because I guess just like, especially flying to Japan, like just bring all your costumes and
Yeah.
armor and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sounds like LA is going to be pretty big.
Man.
Pretty big hopes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people.
That's the home.
It's like an alien ready for you. Oh, shoot. No, it's a Star.
Oh, man. So that was a whole trip for going out there?
It was more or less like I wanted to go to Japan for like pretty much ever since I was a kid, and
Bro, me
I-
too, dude. I was supposed
Yeah.
to go with my best friend one time.
Oh, we had an opportunity to go.
Oh.
I sold my car. He had I don't know what he did, how he procured his money, but I told him, "Hey, let's just go to Japan." He's like, "What?" Well, let's just go to Japan, dude. Just blow all our money, go check it out. And the census was we didn't.
You guys wussed
Yeah,
out.
we didn't. No, I don't think we was. I think we spent the money faster. And then we spent the trip.
I had to buy a car, so
I think the money just went too quick before I could even plan. But
yeah.
So the parts you bought when you were out there, did you ship them back or did you bring them with you?
oh, definitely brought them back with me.
Oh yeah.
smuggled
So-
them back.
Did I have to smuggle them? I definitely
Tape them.
On his shirt like this.
didn't. If the IRS is listening, it was definitely less than the $800 limit you guys have.
Oh, there you
You
go.
know,
It was
I'm
$50.
I'm being honest. Exactly. These,
Yeah.
these taillights were $20 each.
Yeah.
Dude, I
Dude,
believe it.
I've seen videos where they open up a zipper on the
it's
suitcase
engine head.
it's an engine,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a head or
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh, what is this?" And it's all saran wrapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do that. You guys do that because it's cheaper to bring it with you than to ship it out.
There used to be companies over there that would ship over here and they put like, oh, don't worry, it's like a $10 item, not insured. And you're like, dude, but hey, you save a lot of money. Dude.
If it makes it right.
They make it. No,
Yeah.
they had like their way to guarantee it, but
No, it definitely did save money that way. And I do respect that dude that brought this head in, just because I mean you're getting it freaking you're getting it X-rayed for free.
Yeah.
So don't look for cracks while you're
yeah.
at it.
Can I get a
Can I
copy of
get
that?
a copy of that report? Yeah, can you email me a copy of that report?
So, were you able to attend any like car events out there?
Unfortunately, no. I did get a rental car. It was pretty cool, but like I just didn't have long enough to like be able to like go to like the Daikoku parking area
Yeah.
or Daifoku.
Yeah.
That little spot. I did drive by it, but just didn't have time for it.
Is that like an everyday thing or is it only on Saturdays?
I don't know if it's an everyday thing. This was a Saturday that I drove past it, but it was also like before it became night, so I didn't really
Yeah.
get a good look at how things were.
Because it starts late, right? Something like 10 o'clock or
Yeah,
12
it's past my bedtime.
Yeah. But in Japan, you're off the clock.
Oh, it's different time zones.
No, you're just off the clock.
Oh.
You're not working.
Yeah.
So, how did you find your parts over there? Did you already like link up with someone before? Is there a junkyard? Like what?
Basically, I just looked at Up Garage on the website, just filtered it by whatever stores were near me, and then just basically found like I hit up 3 different ones just looking for different parts for the Cressida. I got a 86 coupe spoiler that
Oh, sick.
I pretty much if I tried to like get it shipped back, it would have been like $700. But
Oh, wow.
I just pretty much with all my stuff, I just pretty much packed it down and then just took the wing to like a Yamato transport, their kind of FedEx. I just had some girl box it up and just basically checked into the airline like that.
Really?
Nice.
Look at that, man.
And then nothing broke either, surprisingly.
He just told him, it's my skis.
You're seeing from the window, dude's just like tossing it onto the conveyor belt, going up in the plane. Oh, man.
It's sticking out of
Airlines, they broke my luggage that way, dude. Just
toss 'em.
violently tossed
it's sticking out of your backpack.
The backpack.
Big spoiler.
Oh, man.
So is it expensive to ship stuff from over there to here?
It's gotten, at least for the last couple of years, or after COVID especially, it's gotten really, really, really expensive.
Really?
Yeah, I know. Like Up Garage, like my brother's using it for years, and like you could get like I think the last set of wheels I bought from there was a set of Avans, and then with some hand cooks on it for $800.
Did he say what dog?
Up dog.
What's up, dog?
Pre-COVID, you probably could have expected to spend like maybe $300 or $400 on shipping, I think. But for me, the shipping was pretty much more than the wheels cost.
Wow.
I think it's just the reality. It's just like it's just
So
logistics in
now.
Japan is just expensive now.
Did you go with a friend?
I didn't go with a friend, but I did meet up with a friend and her husband and a few of their friends from England.
I was going to say, because
cool.
if you went with a friend, you're like, hey, make sure you put this on your carry-on.
Put this in your bag.
This is a
What
plan.
is
Don't bring
it?
clothes.
It's a turbo. It's okay.
Made up with some blokes from England.
Some England, yes.
Nice.
No, but yeah, it was getting through customs like was surprisingly not difficult at all. Especially like the only thing I got questioned on was like the box I had, which I just told him it's a car wing. Is like, oh, okay, just go.
Dang.
But-
I didn't even care, huh?
But basically like it was just fun just going around, like especially just driving down to like Yokosuka. It's like just a completely different like area than Tokyo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tokyo I was used to just seeing like more like passenger vehicles, a few K cars, nothing crazy. Yokosuka is a little bit more country, so definitely got to see like a lot more like 100 series Land Cruisers and Prados and
Really?
Nice. That's
Wow.
cool.
and got to see like then they go to the up garage there to get some stuff and just I guess just with the whole the Navy base being there, you see a lot of like pretty cool cars out there.
Yeah.
See if I have a Corvette
Oh,
there.
Cool.
Saw a couple of newer Chargers. I saw an older Buick Roadmaster wagon, like just a generation before mine, but a lot better shape
yeah.
Nice.
and still left-hand drive.
And those are rare over there, right?
Oh yeah, definitely rare.
Those are like a JDM car out here.
They're highly coveted.
Yeah, I saw this thing where they said you can rent like your favorite JDM car, Skyline, RX-7, Supra, and you can travel, up. I don't know what part of Japan, but you can kind of travel through the mountains and enjoy the scenery in your favorite JDM car.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that's actually I went to the company that did offer that. I think it was called Omoren. But they have a few offices. Like one of them, like I guess their main office, that's where they have like their GTRs and like, stuff like that. For me, I got to rent a GR Yaris, but it wasn't the all-wheel drive turbocharged one. It was actually the GR Yaris FR,
Okay.
which was basically just it had like I think a 1.3 liter NA motor, front wheel drive only, carbon fiber roof.
Okay.
So it was pretty slow, but it was pretty fun driving.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I remember like on on like the paperwork itself for the waivers to be able to like just your agreement with the company, like they specifically said like no drifting, no initial D style driving.
Does it really say initial D?
No shit, it did
cool.
say initial D style driving. It was like how many people do you have like swing your cars like where you had to actually put that in there?
For
They,
sure, that
they speak English?
Yeah, they spoke really great English. Helped me out with the process. Like kind of like they gave me a little binder with like instructions in English and Japanese, like for like say like getting hitting the tolls or when you need to refill on gas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So wasn't really too pricey either. I think it was like less than $200 for I think a 6-hour rental.
Really?
And that was
Okay.
I mean, if I had to do it over again, I'd probably just get it a 24-hour one and just be able to like enjoy it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not take it to a track, but
So are cars that expensive to rent?
I think just for like at least just for like what they kind of tailor to, because like they're the ones that have like the
Oh,
horsepower,
the sport.
so
Okay, yeah. You're right.
yeah, I know that they had GTRs for rent. I think they had 180 SX. They had
Did you check out the prices for those? No.
those? They didn't. Like I just had to go with like what was available where I was, and that was the only thing that I had was the GR Yaris.
Yeah.
Oh, was that a pretty fun drive?
It was a pretty fun drive.
You fit in it?
Surprisingly, yeah. It was surprised. Like, and just the only thing that made me paranoid is like for whatever reason, like they didn't come with like backup cameras either.
Oh.
And especially driving to like the really super narrow like, streets in Japan. Like, I found myself like just 3-point turns. At I feel like,
going back to the 90s. Like,
Yeah, because I feel like those Yaris don't have good, like, especially bigger. Like, I've seen the inside of them, and you look back and.
bro, that's all cars nowadays, man.
Yeah.
The little
Yeah.
one was like real small,
Dude,
it's high up.
I just saw a picture of a newer Camaro, and it said,
Oh, the back seats are useless.
yeah, it had a Corvette parked next to it, but when you sat on the driver's side and you look behind that little window, you couldn't see anything, and then it shows the outside. There was a Corvette like right at its blind spot.
oh, that tiny ass blind spot.
Yeah.
What you gotta do is you gotta put one of those was it convex mirrors back there, and then have another one here and then one there, so you can see, bro. Boom, problem solved.
Yeah. Wow, that's cool, dude. That definitely sounded like a fun trip.
So are the roads out there smooth like you see in the videos?
Super smooth, at least like on the highways. And I guess one of the big key differences is like that highways are not freeways just because you have to pay to take them.
Yeah.
Which isn't too bad, but yeah, this like it was just smooth as glass, especially
That's what I don't get. How
Also,
are-
it's all toll roads.
mostly toll roads. Like you can get around like just on the city streets and like whatnot, but the highways definitely do make getting around easier. Like I couldn't have made the trip to Yokosuka without getting on there.
Yeah.
That's one thing that gets me is the road in the States are so fucked up, and out there it's like they're smooth.
Well, they repair
where
them
the-
right away, dude. I think it's like within
Yeah.
24 hours, like they
They're-
repair them.
yeah.
They don't
But I mean, it's like their infrastructure is so much better as far as the roads than the U.S.
I mean,
And we
their cars are
pay
better.
so much taxes for them. All the roads here are fucked. And,
Yeah.
and out there they're smooth.
I don't know, I think it's just a totally different lifestyle on how they're raised.
Yeah, I don't know.
Growing
You guys
up.
probably drive more on the roads here. I feel like the roads here aren't that bad. Mexico roads are like bad or almost non-existent.
Yeah, but population is their population is probably higher than us.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's like
Japan, yeah.
I think it's like 10 or 13 million people.
Yeah, Tokyo's one
has
of
a higher population than the U.S.
Oh yeah,
think so.
definitely.
Tokyo.
For real?
Yeah,
Are
Tokyo is
you
one.
sure?
Tokyo is one of the biggest cities in the world.
In the U.S.
Yeah,
Are you
Yeah,
sure,
huh.
dude?
They're bigger than most cities in. I think New York might be up there with them.
Yeah, I
You
think
talking about like
they're
San
probably-
Diego
they're probably pretty
or
close.
the country? Sorry, I'm misunderstanding.
No, country in total
Yeah.
and cities.
Japan?
Yeah,
No way, dude.
yeah. Do your
I
homework.
can't believe it. I'm like, my mind's blown.
Yeah, Tokyo's one of the biggest cities in the whole world. They're like top 5.
Yep, and people just stacked on top of each other. And
Yeah,
Yeah. That's well, I just read this thing, or it was a video I watched, and they're talking about a toll road that broke down in Japan, and they just said everyone go through and just pay out when you're on your own time, and by the time they got fixed the next day, they said everyone that went through, everybody paid. It was like the honor system for Japan is like on a totally
Way,
different.
dude.
Oh, you mean like they
Yeah.
threw the money in there?
No, they went online and they paid for the toll.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Wow.
the honor system, like compare over here, if the toll was down, I'm going through it. I ain't paying for that.
Oh, we have the honor
That's your
system because
fault.
if not, they'll email you or their money.
Oh no, they'll honorably send you an email.
Yeah, send you an email and then a letter in the
Bill.
mail. But they do. I've sometimes passed the tolls, and we go online later on and pay, and it's good. But yeah, if you don't pay, you get that letter.
Yeah.
I just checked, man. Japan's population is actually pretty big, but U.S. is bigger by 3 times. Like it's like 300 something million in the U.S. Japan's like
Really?
100 and something. Yeah,
Wow.
I was like,
Yeah.
the U.S.
But
has
I mean,
No,
but
no.
if you compare,
per size, yes,
But
probably.
yeah, and then not only that, the city of Tokyo. Look it up.
Yeah, that's a
It's one of the biggest
shitload of
cities.
people for a
It's
little
like
city,
top
for a little
5.
island. Yeah, it's definitely a condensed
I
island.
think Mexico City, Tokyo, New York. Those are the biggest cities.
And probably like Mumbai or like some place in India.
Yeah,
So,
the biggest population. But their streets are. I see the videos. I'm like, why do they look so smooth? And our streets are all fucked up.
Because they got that many people.
they take pride. They take pride in it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we need
They
more
take care
more
of it.
focus on streets.
I don't know. The honor system, like it's just kind of weird, like seeing like how honorable people can be in Japan. Like I was able to see people like just during all times of day on the train, just like passed out, either going to work or coming back. No,
Did you jump on the bullet train?
Oh,
no, I didn't.
Did you get on a train like one of the trolleys over there?
Yeah, I got.
Did you get fondled?
No,
I was literally I was gonna ask that, bro.
Why they fondle
tried.
you?
I heard that's a big
Really?
big thing over there. Yeah.
I've seen the videos where they're
I've been-
pushing people in.
Yeah, they push people in, and you get like
And you get fondled.
I was
touching-
fondled once
touching women.
in the club, dude.
I said I was sorry, dude.
No, I swear, dude.
You get diddled.
Hey, we were packed, and I swear, someone grabbed my junk. I was like, I feel so.
Did you see a Sasquatch hand
Bro,
come out?
no, that dude. It was the
Robbie
worst
C.
part. It was the worst part. The hand
Liked
felt
it?
small. No, the hand felt small. So I don't know if it was a dude or a chick, but it was so weird, man. Because we had gone to the bar in PB and we were squeezing through, and I just felt something grab me. I'm like, what the?
He looked around
Boom,
and
boom, boom. Yeah, get out of the way. I'm like,
Like, well, what do
I
you
got
do?
fumbled, bro. Dude, I froze, man. Me too.
What you do? Yell? Who touched me?
he couldn't
Who
even
touched
yell.
me?
He couldn't yell.
Me, I couldn't pee.
I couldn't
In the stall, dude. I had to go to the.
That's funny.
No.
just scared stiff.
No, but that really did happen. It was
Scared
pretty,
stiff.
no, I swear, bro. That really happened. I was like, oh my God, that's probably how women feel when they get fondled, dude. Like, it's a pretty crappy feeling. So,
I wouldn't know. I'm not pretty enough.
Yeah, I don't get fondled like that. I'd be like, thanks.
I mean, the toilet paper ripped one time when I was
no,
wet.
it
I'll
counts.
have to cut
It
that.
counts.
And he liked
Counts.
it.
So you got fondled on the train. What else?
No, I tried and didn't work.
Tried-
Didn't work. You were asking.
You're
I left the schoolgirl
standing there like that.
You're like, hey.
No, but yeah, the public transportation in Japan and makes things surprisingly easy to get around to, especially like because where I was staying at in Chiba, which the best way I can describe it, that's kind of like the El Cajon of Japan.
Okay.
So
Canny.
it was cool. Like it was like a little out there, like, but people were nice. And then like thing that kind of like got me a little bit bummed out. It was like where my Airbnb was pretty close to a freeway, so like, or a highway. So every now and then I just hear like just, yeah, I guess the culture out there in Chiba is pretty big. They got a few tracks out there, but every night I would hear like just some cars like starting to go off, and I was like, fuck, I'm gonna be out there.
Yeah.
You're like, what car was
You didn't get fondled in Japan's El Cajon, dude?
No.
To our listeners,
Well,
El Cajon's the armpit of San Diego.
Yeah.
And OB is the El Cajon of the beach communities. So just kind of.
Yeah, but the public transportation is great. Like they keep things running really smoothly. Like I think there's only a couple instances where the train was like super packed, where I was kind of questioning to get on it or not. Anyways, but yeah, it's never had a problem. Like everybody just keeps to themselves, either just on their phones or listening to music or just past the phone.
You don't want to be like the Astro World concert where people started suffocating.
Oh hell
being
no!
packed.
And there's are the people there pretty cool? I mean,
They're
they nice to you or
pretty nice for the most part. Like definitely in Tokyo, that's the language barrier is a little bit easier to get around, just because more people that live and work in Tokyo, they
speak English.
speak English. And like I know a lot of people think like just like Japanese people, like everybody speaks English. No,
Oh, really?
No,
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 especially-
dude. I don't think they speak English. I don't think that's another country.
it's not a country. I mean, but it's like the whole joke. Like if you speak three languages, you're trilingual. 2, you're bilingual. You speak 1, you're American. No, there's plenty of Japanese people that only speak Japanese. But
Yeah.
no, getting
Cool.
How'd you communicate, man? Did you use Google Translate or
Google Translate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's up,
It's a
man?
lifesaver.
Google Translate or just
Live translate.
Google, not live translate. I'm not that fast, but basically like just Google Translate or just point to stuff or just
Oh, dude.
Daijoubu this.
There's a feature where
yeah.
you could speak to it. It'll start translating live. You just talk to it, and it'll literally translate.
So you got to be careful with the hand signals, though, right?
That I don't know. Like I don't know like what's really like I don't know if like this is kind of like I don't know if that means anything.
Or the thumbs up.
So this means butthole.
Butthole.
Does it?
I can see why.
Hello.
Dude, have you seen those? They sell like these earplugs you put in, and it's supposed to do a live translation.
Like the AI ears.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Called. I've seen
Does it
those.
work?
I don't know.
That's what my
I've
cousin
seen
wanted
a lot
to
of
get
commercials.
to, like, have conversations with his wife, because his wife is like Mexican, speaks Spanish. And he's been learning Spanish, but he was trying to do that, and
Didn't work.
It didn't work.
It's it's
Yeah.
totally different.
te amo.
Funny.
And that's what he wanted to say. I love you. So, quiero cagar en tu cara. Like, what? That makes no sense, bro. You know
Whoa.
what? That actually happened to me once. I was trying to show this picture to my mom. I was like, Albertsons, Lemon Grove. I swear to God, it comes up. Someone's going to kill you. I'm like, what the hell? Like,
No.
she looked at me, and I looked at her. I was like, that was weird. That didn't work right. And it just did it to me just the other day too, man. Give me some. I think like they program it to give you every once in a while.
But Google Translate's pretty good though.
It's pretty good, dude.
Yeah, I never
That's
used it.
legit, man.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. You can download it as an
Yeah.
app now too.
I've seen people use it.
Yeah.
I've never used
Oh,
it.
man.
When dude, you can come across websites, and now you can translate Japanese
Yeah.
websites. It's a lot easier.
I do it all the time. Do it all the time because my brother-in-law lives in China, so we'll pull it up. Boom, translate it.
Yeah.
Too easy.
What was your favorite car you saw out there?
Favorite car I saw out there was probably like not too far from where I was staying in Chiba. There was Toyota Mark II wagon. It was like 70 series. So didn't get too good of a look at it. I did snap a picture of it, but that's actually my personal favorite. But as far as like other cool cars go, like I did stop by a Liberty Walk in Shibuya.
Yeah.
Shibuya.
So I did see their little like mini F40 that they had in the shop. That thing was pretty sick.
Yeah.
You took a picture of that too.
I took a picture of that. Didn't get in it, but it was pretty cool just to see like just that part of the culture out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool, dude. It sounds like a great trip.
Are you into wagons? I'm assuming.
Not so much, but I am kind of like I'll keep my eye out for a Cressida wagon if one pops up.
They're out there. They've seen them.
Yeah.
I've seen a few wagons. One that recently caught my attention. Yeah, I probably won't do it though, no matter what. But was the Tercel 4x4.
Oh,
those are cool.
Yeah.
Oh, those
Yeah.
old ones, the ones with the rear where it's higher.
Like
yeah,
the
kind of like
really-
those weird
it's
Hondas.
like
yeah.
You know, it reminds me of those taxis in Total Recall. How they
Oh, yeah.
they kind of go up
Yeah.
and then up like this.
Yeah, the
Those
tiny
I
cabs.
always they were 4-wheel drive. I remember it said a 4-wheel
It's
drive.
a 4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
saw a picture, so I'm like, oh, that's pretty sick, though. I wouldn't mind.
Those are ugly though. I mean, back in the
I
day,
mean, bro.
I used to think they were ugly, but
They are ugly,
mean,
but
they are,
now
but-
it's like
it's just
something
like,
cool. Yeah.
It's like a niche thing. It's like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
can see
I remember
myself-
they had the 4WD
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I think my dad's friend had one.
Yeah.
I would have meant to have one of those.
What's
Yeah.
the oldest car you saw over there, dude? Like still on the road? Because
Oldest-
I know like they have that rule where they can't really have too many old cars, right? They have to like get rid of them, cycle them out.
I don't know. Like oldest car I've seen. Like unfortunately, I didn't see any Corollas. I would have loved to see one of those out there. Did see some older cars being used as like taxis, like the older Crowns, but they were like not like very very old. I'd say probably oldest I saw was just like an old Nissan Cedric wagon.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't even know they had wagons either, but yeah, I saw that out in Shibuya.
Shibuya sounds popping, dude. I want to go Shibuya. Where'd you go? Shibuya.
Shibuya.
Ooh, yeah.
Somebody when you say
Yeah,
Shibuya.
that's cool. That sounds fun.
Nice.
And then I did get to my old habits and checked out Facebook Marketplace while I was out there.
Did you?
Oh, really?
That's just one thing I
Yeah,
found myself
dude.
doing, like no matter where I go.
I think that's everyone, but did you find anything?
I found people like, asking for U.S. prices for cars out there. Like I think S chassis is going for like $25,000, but I think that's also,
Already?
just because like it was just a special, just whoever was selling it just specialized in that. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was finding like just other Skylines like R32 like sedans for like $2,000 or $3,000.
Really?
So
Dang.
like they're out there like, but
Shipping them, the whole process.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta have an uncle in the shipping container business. So
you gotta have a hookup somewhere. But yeah.
Yeah.
Well, nowadays that's all caught up on. So there's big companies out there buying up all the GTRs, all the Supras, and storing them. And
that's also happening with houses. There's big companies that are buying all the houses.
in Japan, the houses are super cheap. I saw.
Yeah, that Kai is.
Yeah, they're like $25,000.
Because
Because
they need to be like repaired and maintained too.
No, they're just cheap.
Oh,
the,
no way,
the,
dude.
the houses are cheap out there,
I thought it should be over here, but
Yeah.
but they're also small.
They're small, but like you can make them work. Like the place I stayed at was actually an apartment in Chiba, and like it was enough to like I don't know about comfortably, but it said you could sleep 6 people between 2 bedrooms and like 4 beds.
that's probably 6 Japanese people. So like that's one of you.
Yeah.
or-
Yeah, so I
One American.
yeah. 1.5 American.
Yeah.
I took a whole bed by myself, but no, yeah, I was actually looking at that too recently. So for the most part, Japan, like their houses, like they don't appreciate like they do in the U.S.
No.
Like your value is like basically in the land, and you're kind of expected to rebuild your house every few years.
That's what I'm
or-
saying.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
so you have to maintain them. rebuild
Yeah.
them.
Well, it's like any house.
No, but like more often than here.
Why would you do that?
It's like a giant
It's
HOA.
their thing, bro. Yeah. That's how they, it's part of the culture, dude.
It's
That's how they keep-
it's
that's
like
how
the,
they keep roads
it's like their roads, right?
Yeah.
Like how they keep their roads pristine.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
expect your houses.
'Cause I mean, I watch videos all the time. I've been watching on people that buy houses out there, and some of the houses are old.
Yeah, they're all abandoned, and so they end up.
No, people living in them. They're buying off.
what?
Yeah, they're not like remodel. Not all the houses out there are nice and new. So
Do
that's
they-
why I was asking.
Do they have cars in the front yard and freaking roosters in the backyard?
Not until I move there, but
in the outskirts though. Did you see any of those where they had a yard full of like RX-7s or
no.
stashed and plants growing on them?
No, I didn't see any of that. Like the closest thing I saw was like one of the neighbors and where I was staying. Like he had like just some parts like hanging out like in the backyard, like an exhaust and like.
Or we can do with that.
Yeah, you knocked on their door. Hey, what do you got in there?
What do you got? I am American. Want
Come-
this?
I come in peace.
No.
So,
That's funny.
what's the future? What's
Future?
going to go on?
So the future for now is gonna definitely wrap up the Cressida, hopefully in about a month, and that's like just doing everything, getting all suspension and bushings, all that taken care of, getting the swap done, getting that, all the little bugs worked out, getting it refed, and
In the month, you think you'll have everything?
hopefully in a month. So at least get that, and then also work on the Buick Roadmaster in the meantime.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's just a lot of stuff's like piling up now because I ordered a suspension for my 22 WRX, and that was supposed to come in next month, but surprised it to be here next week. So
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
What
so that
suspension
might
did you
get
get, man?
put up.
What suspension did you get?
I'm just gonna go Cusco all around. So Cusco street coilovers, and then just all the links and everything.
Nice.
Are you dropping it or are you lifting it?
I'm gonna keep it stock for now. I just want a little bit more stiffness, just to be able to just tighten things down on the track.
Yeah.
Because basically my goal with the suspension is just basically to be able to like lower it and like have it tuned for when I do autocross. If I do go back to
okay.
doing that,
Yeah.
and then just be able to like just run stock height for when I want to do rallycross.
Smart.
Cool.
Sweet. That's exciting, dude.
So you mentioned you rallycrossed in Ramona. Is that a new track they did, or?
So this was the test event because they started doing rallycross in Chula Vista at the North Island Credit Union last year.
The amphitheater.
So that started off. I think that was in November or October, but that started off as a test event, and I think for that registration like sold out like the next day. But that was just kind of like their event to see if like people liked the track, if they wanted to do it, and they're still doing events there. But Ramona was a test event, and I don't know if they're gonna do it again.
Was that a dirt track, an actual dirt track, or?
So it was at the Ramona Junior Fairground, but it was like on a dirt track, like out
Oh, cool.
there. And I don't know if the neighbors were appreciative of all the dust getting kicked up during the day, but
Really?
it was a fun event though.
Cool.
Yeah, that
Sick.
sounds fun.
All right. Let me know next time if there's one.
Oh, definitely. I'm gonna be doing. They have an event this weekend at North Island for rallycross Saturdays. I'm doing practice only, but Saturday is practice, and then Sunday is gonna be practice and timed runs.
You going to do the time run?
Nah,
Just practice run?
Yeah, practice runs. Just because the last weekend was my first time doing it ever, and just
Yeah.
it was. I got on pretty quickly. Like I think the first run I got was 58 seconds, and I shaved down into like 52 by the end of the day.
Dang.
Oh, cool.
And still, like I'm still like realizing like just like where I'm going wrong. Like okay, I need to give less throttle here, or turn into this turn sooner, or stuff like that.
Are you going to go Saturday or Sunday?
Just Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would go, but we got plans on Saturday already.
No worries.
And that's the WRX, right?
Yep.
Nice.
And that's been a fun car. That's my first. That's my first all-wheel drive car.
Whole drive. Yeah.
Sick.
When I had the L track, I picked this dude up. I'm like, you ready to do a 4-wheel burnout?
Did you burn your clutch? No.
Oh, the clutch was burning.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, the clutch burned. I was like, that
Nice.
I
sucks.
think I've only seen Skylines do something like that.
Yeah.
Like high horsepower ones.
Yeah. The only one I seen do that was I forgot his name, but that dude from RPM, the white kid that bought the Skyline, the
Cole?
Cole.
Yeah.
Dude.
You did one?
Yeah,
No,
bro.
all-wheel
That thing-
drive.
The first time he tried it, that's
Or
where I was like,
GTR.
"Oh, dude, I could smoke him." I was all my truck was quick, but it wasn't that quick. First time he did, he bogged. He's like, "Brr, brr." I'm like, pfft.
Yeah.
After like say a week of him driving that car,
Yeah.
he's I learned how to burn out. I'm like, all right, let's check it out, bro. This dude let some long lines, first,
Yeah.
second. I was like, oh my god, no, that thing's a beast. There's no way.
Yeah.
First time I've seen, and probably the last time I've seen a all-wheel drive just peel out like nothing.
Yeah.
So that was really cool.
It's not hard to fight.
Yeah.
Did you have a 165 or 185?
165.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't think they had the all tracks for the 185 here.
I think
did.
they did. I
They
think.
did?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
205s they didn't have them here,
But
but
it's a 205.
yeah, but I think
Maybe
they.
you had the 185.
Man, I had the one because I had the one before. Wait, which
You
one?
had the
so-
165.
No, you had the
No, the
165.
165 was the first year of the Celica for
Yeah.
the all track.
For all track.
That's the one
Because
you
it was an
had.
88.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then,
yeah.
And then after that, I thought it was a 205, but maybe it was a 185.
Yeah, because the 185 was the last one with pop-up lights, and the
Yeah,
205 was
that's
the
right.
four.
That's right. It
So,
got more rounded pop-up lights, and the other one had the two lights, the 205.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know they had the 185s here. I thought it was just the 165s.
I want to say they did sell them here for like a year or two, but I've never seen one. I've seen a couple of 165s.
I've never
but
seen one
Yeah,
over
I've never
here.
seen one over here, dude.
I've only seen
Surprised.
165s. So, and if they do, it must be really rare. I'm not sure.
Because I know that even the 165s were pretty rare here. Like
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
an insanely low low number imported, like less than 500 or some.
Dang.
Damn.
I don't know if
so
it's,
you-
I don't know if it's that
you
low,
had a
but I know
rare
they
car.
were super.
You
they were
messed
pretty
up,
rare.
bro.
It's okay.
You have two of them?
No, I just had one. Didn't Oscar get one? Where'd you get it? 65 or 205?
65, I think.
65.
He bought it from his friend. It was a blue one.
I traded the coupe for it, and then I fixed the exhaust leaks and a few other things. Got the interior back together, and then I sold it for like $7,000 or something.
Ooh.
And then I bought the F-150, my first F-150,
The Triton, the one that kept burning valves.
the red one. No, it didn't burn valves.
I thought it burned valves, yeah.
The oil pump went out.
Oh.
Is that the burgundy one?
Yeah, the burgundy one
one.
burned the valve, dude.
No, the oil pump went out.
Clearly remember the valve, but yeah.
Oil pump.
Okay. Oil pump.
Yeah.
Oil pump.
So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, man, you're still into your whatever happened to your Mexican gun, dude? You had some Mexican rifle way back in the day.
Mexican.
Mexican
Yeah,
rifle.
A Mexican rifle.
Mexican?
A Mexican made rifle.
Oh,
it was like a
alright.
22. I remember the stock or something broke from it when you got it. So
So that was actually like that was years ago. So
Yeah.
that was I found like a 22 rifle for sale. I guess it was the brand was Mexar, and it's like the Mexar Mendoza is the name of the model.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a Mexican made 22 long rifle, kind of like similar to the Marlins, like with the tube fed one.
yeah.
Okay.
And it was like $200, and I just thought like, okay, it's cool, it's cheap, little plinker, and it's Mexican made. Like,
Yeah.
you know, who was going to say they have a Mexican made gun? And
You still
Yeah.
have it?
and no, so what happened was that it got shipped to me, and the stock broke in transit. So basically, it broke like right after, like where
Yeah.
right at where the handle is.
Yeah.
So it was either okay, you either try to see if they'll send you another one, or see if you can figure out how to get an SBR in California. I was like, okay, that's not going to happen.
So
Yeah.
Fun. So it didn't. Unfortunately, just sent it back to I think Century Arms
Okay.
or whoever I bought it from, and they didn't have any more. That was the last one.
dang.
Oh
That's
man.
brutal.
Yeah, if I knew that, I would have just probably just dialed it and like glued it. And
Freaking Echo in Mexico, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. That's too bad. Hey Ray, thanks for
Yeah, thanks for showing up.
yeah, thanks for showing up, dude.
Ray.
Let us know the next drift event you go to. I want to go.
Yeah, and then
Video.
maybe you want to come back and tell us about your build
the build.
Yeah.
after you do
Yeah.
the swap.
Oh, definitely.
That'd be
Well-
cool. Maybe bring it.
Let me know when you start. I'll send producer Gabe down there to take video.
Oh, yeah,
I'll-
since he's never here.
I'll go with him. We'll go down, get some video of you
Yeah.
removing your engine, and then when you get the engine in. So
Yeah, you're close by, so
Yeah, not too far, like 15 minutes up the road.
yeah.
Dang.
yeah,
Close.
Yeah, in the little part of San Diego that nobody knows exists.
what
Yeah.
Kings
Fallbrook?
Paradise Hills.
Paradise Hill? Oh, PH.
Yeah, where people just always call it like
What-
the National City or Chula Vista.
You're by the 2-story McDonald's.
yeah, actually, yeah, down there. Yeah, down.
Dang, that was a
not too far
fancy
away.
McDonald's.
Dude,
I remember when they
there's,
came out.
there's a lot of
I
there's
used
a
to
lot
wanna
of
go there.
JDM cars around there, right?
Dude, that was part of
The whole
the
area.
our cruising streets. We knew a lot of people down there. We
I
used to
grew- I
race
grew up in
and
National
down.
City.
Yeah, we used to race people up and down right there.
Yeah.
I used to bully people. I mean, race people up and down.
Yeah.
It's over there.
Dude, I drove by there the other day and I saw all kinds of little cars.
Yeah.
S15, I saw an MR2.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
There's a lot
Cool.
of cool cars in the area.
All right, guys. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment, and thanks again for the support.
Yep. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.